What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Car Adventures with Reg, and welcome back to another video, man. Hey, man, today we're gonna talk about what do you need to know as a first-time buyer. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of videos like this, and like explaining like what do you need to know to be a first-time buyer, and it's just gonna be like a little quick little video to let you guys know what to expect as a first time you buy a car. Meaning the first time you buy a car, not first time buyer for a house. First time buyer, you buy a car, which is different from when you're buying a house. So if you're new and you're just clicking on my video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now and go ahead and watch all my other past videos, man. You won't regret it. And go ahead and comment, give me some engagement, let me know what you guys think about that video, and let's get on with the video. Let's do it. Um, so the first thing, if you don't know nothing about car financing, please go with someone, because the thing about it is financing could be really scary. I'm not gonna lie, financing could be really scary because it's a lot of numbers, and if you're not good with numbers, APR, interest rates, just everything that goes down with it, like the final sale of when they try to add on different type of shit, definitely go with someone because of someone who knows about this. Because if you don't really know about it, then they will chew your ass up inside there, and they will throw you a 25% APR, which would be ridiculous, and just eat your pockets up. So if you're not familiar with the financing, or with numbers just in general, please go with someone that you feel confident that bought plenty of cars before, and know what they're doing. So that would be like step one. Well, my number one thing is definitely go with someone if you don't know with numbers and all the other stuff. Step number two, walk in this dealership and be confident. Um, a lot of people are not confident. Like, all right, like for me, for instance, we'll go into a little backstory. When I used to, like, let's say 2 years ago, when I was trying to apply for a car, I didn't have credit, and I knew that, and I wasn't confident. You know what I'm saying? I came in there looking like I needed them more than they needed me. If you get what I'm saying. Um, the thing about it is, when you walk into a dealership, you have to be confident. You have to let them know that you can't work me. You can't work me. I know what car I want. I know what type of deal I want. Be confident. Let your nuts hang if you're a man, and just walk in there and just let them know what's going on, and be confident, and let them know that you need me more than I need you. Have that type of attitude, but be polite at the same time. But yeah, definitely want to be confident, because when I went to dealerships a long time ago, I wasn't that confident. I was very I was very nervous because I didn't understand about numbers. I didn't understand what was going on. My credit was really bad, so I had that over me and stuff like that. So you want to be as confident as possible, because if you're not, salesmen or saleswomen, whoever the salesperson is, they will take advantage of that. They're trained to do so. So remember to be confident. A step. Well, that's my advice. Number two. Um, Number three. A lot of people don't do these things, but you should research the car and look around for prices before you go look at the car. Now, let me tell you why that's important to research the car. Because if you don't research the car and you're going to go look at a car and you don't know nothing about it, the salesman could easily come up with things like some bullshit to try to sell you the car or whatever. And then they could come up with different type of numbers to where it's high over what the market, what they want for the car. You know what I'm saying? For your own sake, for you going into the dealership without you getting played, you should research the car, because that way you know what type of features you're looking for in the car. You know what engine is inside the car. You know how much power you're getting inside the car. You know everything about the car before you even go there, so then they won't say no bullshit. You already know what the car has and this and that, so you can cut all the in between talk and just say, okay, well, I know what this car has or whatever, right? And then another thing is that you want to shop around and look at, all right, what's the market value for this car? What's everybody selling this for? Okay, it's going to be places that's going to market all the way up here. There's going to be places that market up here, and there's going to be places that market right here, which in the good value, right? So you want to know, out of all of those dealerships, what are they mainly going for, and then you want to search on Kelley Blue Book to see what's the actual value of the car. Because if you don't know the value of the car, you can get played by that. And then this is another trick. This is another trick. You go into the dealership, and if they not budging with your price, then just walk away. 2 minutes later, they're gonna call you back. Oh, well, I have this and this and that, and I talked to my manager, and we're gonna work with you. We're gonna work with you. I guarantee you. Just don't take that first offer. If they're not budging with you at first, which hardly they don't, then walk out, leave. Don't even say nothing. Just leave. Just go. They're gonna call back in like 2 minutes. I guarantee you. Trust me. So that's the third thing. You want to research the car. You want to research the prices, just so you know, for your own benefit. So when you do go to the dealership and look for these cars, you know exactly what you want. You know exactly what's in the car. You know what features, and you also know the price and the value, what goes on for the car. Number four. This is another thing that people seem to mess up with. And I work at a dealership right now, and not a lot of people do this, believe it or not. Test drive the car, please. Test drive the car. So, look, a lot of people think just because it's at a dealership, they're good running cars. No, some cars can be lemons that they're selling to you. Not all the dealerships, but some of these dealerships, like used car dealerships, like Uncle Joe's used cars, and Tommy T's used cars, where you don't have to have no credit to buy these cars. Those type of dealerships you have to watch out for, and you need. Now, not saying that they don't have no good cars there. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying that you're most likely to get a lemon car from those places, because it's just how the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the way it is. So you have to test drive those cars, man. You have to test drive the car. Make sure it's actually shifting gears. Make sure the engine sounds nice. Make sure it's like running properly. You know what I'm saying? Sit in the seat. Make sure you don't hear no creaks and sounds in the seat. Make sure the inside of the interior is good. Make sure the car is upkeep. Really, for used cars, you really want to mainly test drive the cars. Same thing with new cars, but really used cars, you definitely want to test drive the car, because that's what's going to get you to either buy it or not buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because something could be wrong with it. And let's just say if you don't test drive the car, right? And then you end up buying a car, and now you stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? You stuck with it. And then two days later, when you drive off from Uncle Joe's used car shop, the motherfucking transmission blow up. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit could have been unavoided if you would have test drove it, just to see if it was shifting properly. Because if you didn't drive it, and this shit was already shifting improperly or whatever, then you could have avoided that. You get what I'm saying? So you definitely want to test drive the cars, because if you don't test drive the cars, then you could be leaving with a headache, and if you don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So please, people, test drive those cars. Please test drive those cars. Um, and yeah, so that would be the fourth thing. Um, Number five, when you are a first time buyer, it's actually harder to get a loan than if you were a first time buyer for a home. You know what I'm saying? So, as in the car world is that when you're a first time buyer for a car, usually that might be your first big purchase, right? Your first big purchase will usually be a car. So, meaning that the creditors don't really trust you with such of a big amount of purchase, right? So, um, they will usually charge you high into interest, which is true. It will always be high when you're a first time buyer, because they don't trust you how the way you do things with your business and stuff like that. If you could pay the payment on time, and are you good with that stuff, right? So they'll charge you high with interest. So just know that when you are a first time buyer, you are going to get a higher interest rate. But the thing to avoid to do when that happens is you just pay your stuff on time every month for the next 6 months, refinance it, and then you get a lower rate. That's one thing that you can do to try to finesse it. And make sure. Oh, another thing, make sure when you're a first time buyer, make sure you have at least 15% of the car what they're asking for down as your down payment. It should be 20%, but you should be fine within the 10 or 15% realm. But just make sure you have that um, when you go get the car, because that's really important as a first time buyer. Is hardly you'll get a loan with uh, with no money down and you're a first time buyer. So just remember that you need to have at least 10 to 15% down. But if you have 20, that's even better. But just know that. Yeah, that'll be number 5. And this is gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys found this video useful information. I was kind of rambling off a little bit, but if you're new or if you did like the video, go ahead and smash that like button for me, and go ahead and subscribe right now. Go ahead and comment and let me know any other things that I should have pointed out to help the people down there below scrolling down for the comments. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.